You don't need to register your company in the UK before you submit sole representative visa application. If you have done so, and if the company is in dormant state, you can submit a certificate of registration with the application. But again, it's not mandatory. You don't need to do it if you haven't done it. This is the most important, is a business registration and business activity. And this is probably you want to know the most, but this is not widely publicized even on the Home Office website or somewhere else. So let's get into much more detail about the business activity and registration document. So first thing first, let's talk about business registration. So we need to provide certificate of incorporation if you have already incorporated company in the UK. Remember, it's not mandatory. You don't need to register your company in the UK before you submit sole representative visa application. If you have done so, and if the company is in dormant state, you can submit a certificate of registration with the application. But again, it's not mandatory. You don't need to do it if you haven't done it. If you have done so, do you have any mandatory insurance certificate? Just in case. So just submit that as well. Again, this is not mandatory, it's optional. Business activity, let's talk about it. This is again very important for an entity trying to establish a branch office in the UK. Do you have corporate bank account? If yes, we need at least 6 months of bank statements. We need at least 6 months of corporate business bank statements for an entity to prove that it's a genuine, legit business doing a genuine trading activity overseas. You might say, but my business is brand new. There are circumstances where a brand new business may want to opt in or try and get a sole rep visa so that they can expand to the UK quickly. It's possibility and it's perfectly fine. Then in that case, you provide the bank statement for the maximum number of months you could provide. Then after in business activity is financial statements or financial account. So in your home country, wherever you're coming from, I'm sure there is some sort of accounting system. You might have some a chartered certified accountant or chartered accountant or auditor who will probably certify your financial accounts. Third party credible person, credible entity who is certifying your profit, loss, your turnover, your expenses on a paper they certified. That's very important to submit at the time of your sole representative visa application. So let's get either audited or unaudited that financial statement. And then the third one is evidence of share allotment. So if it's a company with shares, sometimes it's a sole trader or sometimes it's a partnership. Now, whatever the structure it might be, we need to provide evidence around that. What is the share allotment and what is the shareholding within the business structure? It can be any sort of business structure. We just need an independent evidence, an official evidence of shareholding or share allotment. So as you are aware, if you are preparing for sole rep visa application, if you are a majority shareholder within your business, you will not qualify for a sole rep visa. So if you are coming over as a sole rep to the UK yourself, then you should not be a majority shareholder. And for that to prove, we need evidence of share allotment. Easy. Now, evidence of assignment. So let's say you are a sole rep, you are coming to the UK. We need to provide an evidence of assignment to the UK. What does it mean? There are actually 3 documents we can submit for that. Number 1 is employment letter. So the your employer for an employer will write a letter on a letterhead paper that you have been appointed, you are being appointed as a sole rep to the UK. And of course we can provide template. We have prepared so many templates based on our last 10 plus years experience. Preparing hundreds of likewise applications successfully. We have prepared tried and trusted template. We can provide it to you. But this is in nutshell, this is the gist of it. You need provide employment letter. You also need to provide a notarized statement. And what it should include, I'll read it out loud, that applicant will be their sole representative in the UK. A company can send only one sole representative to the UK. They cannot send 2-3 sole representatives. As name suggests, is a sole representative. So one business entity can send only one sole representative. So the notarized statement which you are preparing should include 4 points mainly. Applicant will be their sole representative in the UK. Number 2, overseas business has no other branch or subsidiary or representative in the UK, and the overseas business operation will remain centered overseas. So the overseas business cannot move their headquarters to the UK. So that's very important. And the number 4, that applicant, let's say if you are a sole rep, will not engage in any other business activity apart from the overseas entity's business. So sole rep can only engage in business activity around the business they are representing, and that's what we need to include in notarized statement. Now, the last not the least is a proposed UK employment contract. We provide again template, and that's what you need to include to prove that you have been assigned to the UK as a sole rep. Now, the next one is we need to provide evidence of your seniority and your current employment, what it could include. So again, there is no hard and fast requirement, but these are the proposed document we ask all our clients to prepare, and we provide a lot of templates around it as well. And this is a tried and trusted approach. So you can adopt this for your successful sole rep visa application. So how do you provide evidence of your seniority and current employment? Number 1, you provide the organization chart, which of course suggest where you are in that operation organization chart. Where do you stand? Where are you in the hierarchy chart? So number 1, your current employment contract, that's very important. Your pay slips, if there is any. We also come across candidates who are getting paid cash because of the nature of the business, or probably the way it works in their country, home country. There are some Middle East country where senior member of staff are still getting paid cash. It's quite unusual for the Western society, in the UK. It's quite unusual. Everybody's getting paid by bank transfer, but some countries are still paying cash, which is fine. We just need a confirmation from the employer and possibly from the chartered certified accountant how they pay and run their payroll. Pay slips, of course, it's very important part. And your personal bank statement. If you're getting paid your salary in bank account, then please submit your personal bank statement as well for at least last 6 months, or whatever the maximum period you can submit. I also acknowledge some of the sole representatives are brand new to the company. It's perfectly fine. And the company might have hired you just 2-3 months back, and they say, okay, you are senior member of staff, you have all capacity and capability to develop a branch office in the UK, and we want you to go to the UK and open a branch office. And then in that case you might have just 2 to 3 payslips, which is perfectly fine, no problem. Then if applicable, if there is any promotion letter, that will be helpful. And if you have established branch office in any other country, if there is any evidence that you have been successful, you were successful establishing a branch office in any other country, that might be helpful. Again, this is not like mandatory. This is something we just request just to strengthen the case. And I'm sharing all this information with you right now on this video. It might be helpful for you too. So if applicable, just bring over this evidence, strengthen the application. Do you have any relevant qualification? Please submit that too, any relevant qualification which suggests that you have your capability or capacity to open branch office will be helpful. How did you get selected for this job role in your parent organization? Was there any interview notes? Might be helpful to prove a genuineness. You go a step further. Again, this is out of box. We thought about it, how we can prove and strengthen the case for our client, and some interview notes conducted at the time of hiring you might be helpful. Your full CV, definitely I'll go with this evidence. Easy document to prepare and submit. So your full CV as a sole rep should go into the application. That's my recommendation. But if you need our help, reach out to us, reach out to one of my lawyer. The contact details would be under the description section of this video. And last, not the least, is if you like this content, please do subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers we have, the more reach we would have to more audience to educate more people at no cost, right? This is what I'm trying to do. And then please provide a comment. If you put that as a comment in the comment section below, I'll try and create another video around that specific topic for your benefit. I can do that. Thank you so much for watching. Keep exploring. All the very best.